Hi everyone, Abdurrahman Ali is my name. In our previous videos, we have discussed the concept of cost of capital, where we said different kind of capital such as the equity, preference share and debenture. So we have given us the different formulas for computation of cost of capital. So today we shall be looking at some of the we shall be solving some question on cost of capital, which is what particularly on cost of equity, which you normally call ordinary share. So basically looking at this question on the board, the question goes thus: Arsenal PLC is financed with 1 million ordinary share of 1 naira each, currently quoted at 1 naira 25 kobo. The company's current dividend of 20 kobo per share is about to be paid, and dividend will remain constant in perpetuity. Required, calculate the cost of equity. Yes, the requirement of this question is what to the computation of what cost of equity. The computation of cost of equity, that is the requirement of this question. You have to do what to compute the cost of equity. So, having know the formulas for cost of equity is equal to DO all over market value, or DO, open a bracket, 1 plus G, close it, over market value, plus G, or D1 all over market value, or D1 all over market value plus G. Yes, these are the various formulas for computing cost of equity. Cost of equity is symbolized as KE. These are the various formulas for computing cost of equity. So the first question, when you encounter a particular question under cost of equity or any question at all, the first thing you need to do is to do what? To know the formula. And these are the formulas that are stated on the board here. So in solving this question, there are basic questions, there are basic things that we need to know. The basic thing we need to ask ourselves. These are the formulas. The next question is, which of these formulas am I going to use to do or to solve this particular question here? So the tune of the question will tell you which of the formulas you are going to use to do or to solve the particular question. Looking at this formula has no roots. This formula has roots. This formula is what is D1 instead of DO, as the case may be. This formula is D1 over market value plus G. So which of these formulas are we going to use here? Looking at the question, you are going to notice, look at it, do you have growth in this one in the first place? Do you have growth in this question at all? Because this is the formula that we need to use. If you want to use this formula, we need growth here. But in the question, do you have growth? There's no growth rate there. So therefore, this formula, it cannot fly, it cannot work. So we are going to do what? Use this particular formula to solve this question because there is no growth in the question. All we have in this question is what? Currently quoted. Currently quoted is what? Is the market value. When you hear currently quoted, where are we quoting it? We are quoting in the market. So the currently quoted is what? Is the market value here. The company's current dividend of 20 kobo is about to be paid. The current dividend. So this is the dividend. We have it here in this question. So this is the dividend here. So therefore, we have dividend, we have market value. You are required to do what? To compute cost of equity, which is what? Cost of equity. By that, therefore, we are going to use this formula to solve this particular question. We are using this formula. So all these formula, we don't need them. So we are using this formula to do what? To solve this particular question. After determining the question, the formula to use to solve the question, the next question you are going to ask yourself, you are going to answer, is what? The market value given to us here. Is it cum div or ex div market price? Because in the introductory aspect of the cost of equity, we said when we gave out the formula for computing cost of equity, I said The cost of equity to you, the market value to use in computing your cost of equity is what? To market value x dividend. So the next question you are going to answer is what? To market value given to me in this question, is it x div or cum div? What do you mean by x div? Market value exclusive of dividend. Cum div, market value cum div means what? Market value inclusive of dividend. So therefore, this market value, is it cum div or x div or x dividend? So how do we now determine whether this market value is cum div or x dividend? I gave out some yardstick to know whether this market value given to us is cum div or x div. Some of the yardstick is what? Looking at what? At the dividend, at the tone of the dividend, soon relating to the dividend. He said the company's current dividend of 20 kobo per share is about to be paid. That is, they are about to do what? The company is about to pay the dividend, but has not paid the dividend. That is, this dividend is due for payment. By that, therefore, if we hear the tone about to, will soon be paid. Futuristic statement, very close. Futuristic statement that will soon be paid, about to be paid, like that. It means market value given to you in that question is what? Is inclusive of dividend. So we need to do what? We need to adjust this market value given to us to SD. So by that, therefore, in adjustment of market value, adjustment. You have to adjust the market value. Adjustment of market value. So the cum div market value given to us in the question is what? Market value given to us in the question is what? If the currently quoted, when you hear currently quoted, it means market value. So the cum div price is what? 1 naira 25 kobo. 1 naira 25 kobo. 1 naira 25 kobo. Okay, 1 naira 25 kobo. So, what is dividend given to us? The dividend in the question given to us is what is it? 20 kobo. So we have to remove it, 0.20. We adjust it. So what do we have? 1.05. That is the x div market price, x div price. So this is the price in which you are going to use now. So now coming back to our formula, we say KE, that's what we are looking for, is equal to DU, the dividend given to us in the question, which is what? 0.20 all over market value, the adjusted market value, 1.05. 1.05. By this, therefore, when you compute this, let's quickly do a little computation here. So when you compute this, 0.2 divided by 1.05. So the answer you are going to have is, will give us what? The answer is going to give us what? 0.1919, which is equal to what? To 19%. That is, the cost of equity, the cost of equity is what? Is 19%. That is how to compute it. So it's very important for us to do what? To determine, to know the tune of the question. It's the tune of the question that's going to tell us whether this market value given to us is what? Is cum div or x div, as simple as that. Now let's look at another question. Let's look at another question. It said Barcelona Barcelona PLC is financed. It's financed with 5 million ordinary share, and I say OS is ordinary share of 1 naira each. 1 naira each. Currently quoted at 1 naira 10 kobo. So the company's current dividend of 18 kobo per share was paid recently. And this dividend will remain constant, to perpetuity. Required. Calculate the company's cost of equity. Yes, this is another question. This is another example. Barcelona PLC is financed with 5 million ordinary share of 1 naira each, currently quoted at 1 naira 10 kobo. The company's current dividend of 18 kobo per share was paid recently, and this dividend will remain constant to perpetuity. Required. Calculate the company's cost of equity. Looking at this question, the first thing is for you to do or to know your formula. And looking at this question, we have said the formula before. So from the formulas, which of the formulas are we going to use? To do what? To solve this particular question. The first question I'm going to ask yourself, is there growth in this question? Looking at it, we have the currently quoted is the market price. The company current dividend, this is dividend, was paid recently, will remain constant to perpetuity. This dividend will remain constant to perpetuity. That is to say, the dividend will not grow. So therefore, we have the formula KE is equal to DO all over MV. So that's the formula to use. By this, therefore, when we have this formula, just learn we are required to do what? To compute our cost of equity here. So our cost of equity is equal to, what is our DO? Dividend. That's 18 kobo. All over market value. So the next question to ask ourselves is, the market value given to us in the question, is it COM price or S price? Is it COM price or S price? So how do we determine that? We determine that looking at the tune of the dividend in the question. The question says the company's current dividend of 18 kobo was paid recently. You can see this dividend has been paid. It has been paid. That is the market value, the dividend has been paid recently, it has been paid. It means the market value is exclusive of dividend. There's no need to do to adjust the market value. So we're going to use it straight like that. So what is the market value given to us in the question? Market value is what? 1.10. So therefore, just complete our cost of equity straight. So what is 18 kobo? 0.18 divided by 1.1. What do we have? We have 16.36 is equal to 0.001. 163. Approximately, we can have it to be 0. Okay. So therefore, it now give us was 16.3%. When you convert it to percentage. So, question on cost of capital of equity is very simple. If only we can determine whether the dividend has been paid or not. So from there, you move on. So that is another question. So let's look at another question.